Hey, Eric Stromquist here at AHR 2017. I am here with Steve Galizium from Optergy. And Steve, man, congratulations. You guys came on as, first of all, on behalf of the Control Trends community, thank you so much for your sponsorship for the 2016 Control Trends Awards.
Thank you, Eric. I can't be any more happier than I am right now. We really thank you for putting on a great event and being part of it, and to win an award is just fantastic. Day one couldn't have gone any better for us, and starting it off with an award is the best thing ever.
That's right. I mean, the global community reached out to you guys and reached out for you guys, and you guys got the Light Commercial Solution of the Year. And Kenny and I have been talking a lot about the race to the small space, and buddy, I tell you what, you guys are right in the thick of it.
We're so excited about the small building space. Think about all these cool buildings that could have excellent controls, excellent energy management, mobile connectivity, all kinds of features where they might have only had a little wireless thermostat or something. We're going to bring them into the building management systems of the century.
Well, we interviewed you on Control Trends, and your opening statement was, we're going to disrupt on price. If you think about the market we're playing within the race to the small space, it's the 80,000 buildings that don't have anything in them. And speak a little about your guys' philosophy and what you guys are doing. You guys are global, so you've done it around the globe. You're coming to North America now in a big time sort of way. But for our viewers out there who might not know what you guys are providing, you sort of alluded to it, but just sort of walk them through it a little bit.
So we have fundamentally an open philosophy about our way of doing energy management and building management. We base our systems on open connectivity for our customers. We base it on BACnet and Modbus protocols. We make it so that anybody can connect into it. They don't need to have a particular brand or manufacturer. We're brand agnostic in the way we do things. We're inclusive. We bring everything into our system, and we are basically letting people self-manage their system so that they don't have to rely on specialized, highly trained contractors. We're aiming to disrupt on price, we're aiming to disrupt on ease of use, workflow, and we really want to democratize controls and bring controls to everybody. Even the small guys want good controls.
So one of the cool things you said in there that I really want to make sure our community understands is, hey, if you like KMC BACnet controllers, if you like Honeywell BACnet controllers, Johnson BACnet controllers, it doesn't matter. You can pick your brand, and you're going to take all that in through BACnet and then create an interface that the small building owner can get the stuff that the big guys are getting on the big expensive systems.
Absolutely, and being web-based is a critical element of this system. So we've built a product that basically is self-contained. It has everything inside that the end user needs to build a nice control system, have energy management, do tenant and utility billing, and all kinds of facility management stuff, all inside a box that basically they can self-manage. And what's nice about that is you can put the box onto a wall, click it into the infrastructure that is power and wiring, and you're done. The rest of it is done over the web. It's great for the end user, it's great for the contractor, everybody comes away happy.
Yeah, and you even got the security built, cybersecurity module built in too, right?
Absolutely. So for our small customers, they don't always have the IT department and the technical expertise necessarily to secure their infrastructure. In fact, a lot of buildings just are naked out there on the open internet. So what we've done is at least build in OpenVPN, a common VPN client that you can use and connect into the system across the internet and securely access your system. So again, for the contractor, it's easy to deploy, no special equipment, everything's in the box, the power supply, the device itself, and all the tools and workflow. It's all web-based, it's easy to go.
It's kind of cool. So when we write the history of the controls world, there's going to be a chapter on Steve. Steve is kind of like the prodigal son. He was very, very successful with several controls vendors here, well-known names in North America, and you sort of had a revelation, so you scoured the world to find the next solution. So speak a bit about that, because it's not like you're coming from outside our industry, you're coming from inside our industry, going out to find a better technology, and then bringing it back to our industry.
Absolutely. So I worked for a large controls manufacturer for many years on the technical side, on the sales side. I got to travel across Canada and Australia and New Zealand and across the world doing building automation. And the one thing I learned that was sort of the common thread through all my experiences was the small building was neglected and it didn't really have a good solution. So people ended up using a very inexpensive solution because they needed to fit the economics of the small job. So the economics really drove my interest in the small buildings. And then I realized that people want good things, right? We all want, phones and connectivity and nice cars and all this sort of stuff. Well, the small building wants that too. It just wants it differently and at a price point they can afford. So that's what we did.
Yeah, kind of like if we were doing a TV show, it'd be like the Oprah Winfrey Show, where a system for you and a system for you, everybody gets a system, right?
That's right. Yeah, look, it's really exciting. We're in this sort of disruptive time with the Internet of Things and all kinds of talk right now about connectivity in different ways. We're excited to be at the forefront of this. We're going to take this to the small building. We're going to take this to the contractor. We're going to get people connected before they figure out what the Internet of Things really is, to harness that power, basically.
It's very, very exciting stuff. I know you guys are looking for partners in North America. What's the best way for them to get hold of you guys?
The best way to get a hold of us is go to optergy.com. That's OPTERGY.com. And if you have any trouble, just go to the website. You type in Optergy, you'll find that nice and easy, and we'll be at the top of your search list.
So is it cool? Now, there's a rumor out there that whenever Elon Musk or any of the government officials around the world need advice, that they talk to your partner, Trevor Owens. Any truth to that?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, Trevor Owens, he's a busy guy. He's traveled a lot. He's been around the block, and he's enjoyed many more years of the controls industry than I have, and has started a number of successful businesses. Trevor's a guy that everybody wants to know.
And he's done the big systems, so now he's working with the smaller systems as well. So he sort of brings that big system feel down to the smaller systems.
So another interesting aspect, and Trevor brings this to the business and how we got along and got to know each other. So the interesting thing about the businesses that he started, it started on the back of controls business, a large contracting business. But one of the things that we realized is, or that he realized, I should say, is that being in the controls business has lots of touch points to other areas of the market: energy, building performance, workflow and business process. All these different things are all part of our world, but for the controls contractor, we don't really think that way. We think in terms of heating, ventilation, air conditioning, lighting, that kind of stuff. Well, he thought further ahead and said, look, we really want to touch other parts of the building, and we want to offer solutions for those areas too. So our business is part of a larger business called Oberix, O-B-E-R-I-X, and that business has all these sub-businesses below them. And this gives us domain knowledge and expertise across these different disciplines. So that's building performance. We know about that because we have colleagues that work on that. We have business workflow experts, so we build that workflow into our system by drawing on some of their expertise. And of course, having a big controls business behind you, well, that's real life, day-to-day knowledge that you need to really take that forward.
Absolutely. Steve, thanks for taking some time to speak with us, buddy.
I couldn't be happier. Thank you very much for having me.
Awesome.